Everybody, it's Mike with Monkey Fab. Thanks for dropping in and checking out another episode of Monkey Fab Garage. I told you last episode that we'd have action this time around, and we definitely got much more worky and less talky. Sorry if I was a little bit talky last time. So here we're just laying out the fuel system, all the pieces and components, and bending some stuff up, and getting it all sorted, ready to go. So why don't you go ahead and follow along, grab yourself a beer, and kick back and enjoy the episode. So you probably see me sitting around, and it looks like I'm not doing a whole lot, and that's probably because I haven't done a whole lot. but here's what I have done, okay? So we've laid out, we've made a mark on the table, we've measured out the space. Let's see the mark on the table. I'm really bad about holding the camera and pointing to stuff. And this is 45 inches from this crack here to that mark there, which is the same as what we got going on up here, okay? And what I've done is I've made some brackets to mount the fuel pumps and the fuel filters on, and I already have one made for this fuel filter here, and you can see we got the system kind of just laid out how we're going to run it. So what we need to do now is go ahead and start making the lines. So we're just going to make some -10 lines to go from here, and then once that's together, we'll go ahead and look to see how it's going to want to lay out up in here. So probably it's going to run along this frame rail where I had it before, and yeah, so that's where we're at. Make lines. Sunday, the fun day, and me and the wife went to IHOP this morning, which was delightful. I try to eat like a low carb diet, so I don't usually get carbs. So a few pancakes and hash browns and whatever later, and I'm suffering now. Now I'm just like, ugh. But anyway, yeah. So we left off with the fuel system stuff. It's all ready to go, and I think we're just gonna go ahead and push forward with that today. We'll get these mounts hung and start running the line. It should be pretty quick. I got the hard part was just figuring it all out, laying it out, and now we're at the point where we're just running it. So hopefully everything goes pretty well, and it goes good for us. And so yeah, so here we go. Mike, you're stupid, because everybody knows just get out the MIG welder and zap it. It'll take like 2 seconds, right? But that's where you're wrong. I know that I should use a MIG welder. I'm stupid because I forgot to get gas for the MIG welder, and I have to use a TIG welder. It's going to take twice as long and be a total pain in the dick. But, you know, you do what you got to do. So people ask, like, when, I usually use my tungsten sharpener for most everything, but when I really mess up the tungsten, let me take the narrow seat with the wide angle lens on. Now you got the narrow angle. When I mess up the tungsten real bad, like this guy here, or this guy, man. Look at that big dibber on the end there. So that's when I take it off, chuck it up and drill, and I do it with my belt sander. I usually center it and drill first. I'm having a hard day, guys. You guys ever have one of those? Just nothing seems to want to work the way it's supposed to. Okay. So yeah, I just chuck it up like that. And the drill, I don't go fast. I turn on the belt sander and we just like this. You can check it out. And that's it right there. I'm sharpening these guys kind of pointy, not like usually I do like this, like a 45. I want these guys a little. I really want to pinpoint the arc on this stuff because this metal's kind of a little crappy. So yeah, that's how we do it. That's the way we do it. So it's been a rough morning. Y'all just have those, everybody has those, right? Like those days where you just anything that goes wrong is going to go wrong. And, you know, that's the way it rolled this morning. But that's all right, because you can quit or you can just keep moving. And we just kept moving and kept a positive attitude. And we got this stuff done. So this was wasn't that hard. I mean, like I said, it fought me tooth and nail the whole way, but we got these mounts. They are welded up on y'all. Can you see that? I can't focus. and the other one's welded in too. So I can't really show you that either, but yeah, it's all done and hung, and we even got our flex fuel sensor back in the game. And this guy right here is just going to be a line, single line of dash 8 all the way up to the fuel rail is the plan, and running the stainless back to the flex fuel sensor. This is some E85 approved hose that I got a while back ago off eBay, but it is made in the USA. It says somewhere made in the USA, but it's supposedly supposed to be safe for E85, but I'm not gonna have but much, maybe, you know, a couple feet of this in the whole system. There'll be a little bit that goes from the bulkhead to the fuel rail, the return, and then off of the stainless steel line to the flex fuel sensor, and then back into the tank. So we can keep an eye on that. That's not asking too much. We can do that, and we'll just check it every once in a while when we check our fuel filters. What I would like to say is I got a pretty decent fuel system for not a whole lot of cash. You know, these fuel, I don't know why I'm tired and I can't articulate myself, but give me a break. We'll try. Let's cut and we'll take go. So we did piece together a relatively, I think, what should be effective and cheap fuel system. So we got the two fuel filters, and those are, I think they're like 100 micron, and it goes to, I have one AEM and one Summit pump, but they both look exactly the same. They're 380s, and they should be good for, I'm guessing, around 500 horsepower off gas each. So even if they only make 300 each on the E, then that's still going to meet my goal. So I think we got overkill. I think we got quite a bit more than that. And another fuel filter, I think this one's 40 micron. All these were off eBay, and they all came with stainless steel threads on the stainless steel screens on the inside, so it should be, you know, good with the E. And then we got the PTFE lines that I sell all those. So, and they're pretty cheap on the website, and the fittings themselves. We got a T. So I'd say all in, the pumps, I want to say, were like 150 each, 30 bucks for the filters. That's like, you know, basically we'll say 400 bucks for filters and pumps. And then I don't know what these fittings are, to be quite honest, but they can't be much more than like $5 each. And I have like less than a foot of PTFE line here, so you know, not bad, not doing bad. You know, we'll have one long line, but there's only, you know, one fitting on either side of that. And then I'm gonna have the shutoff valves, which is optional. I don't think you needed that, but anyway, that's way, if you're kind of thinking like, hey, I want to do something similar, you can kind of piece together in your head what you're looking at as far as, you know, materials and things that you need to get and the prices. So it's you know, what should support 1,000 horsepower for, you know, not a whole lot of money. A cost of some of the big pumps, the big name brand pumps, just by themselves would cost you more than what we got right there. So yeah, I think I'm going to take a little break. And you probably saw me hit my head on the car and the lift a few times. It's been a rough morning, but maybe I'll take a break, grab a bite to eat, and come out here and run that line.